evening. It's 7 o'clock, and I, ever since I got these new teeth, I get all sorts of weird stuff happening to my throat. And I thought I had it covered before I started. Listen to me. Sorry about it. I'm hoping with the water it'll go away. But I may have to pull out my new teeth, but we'll see. I want to welcome you back after 2 weeks of being away, like an enforced holiday, so to speak. But every time went by, and I'm still here. So I have a couple of people already on here, and I see both Marion and Kayla are on. That's a bit annoying, I know. And we now have Keisha. I'm just going to try and keep up with this. Keisha is 7, 11, 13. I'm going to alter this just a little bit because it's hard to read. This is smaller print than I'm used to. And even with everything, it's sort of treatment for healing of knee, lower back, hip, and pelvis. Things have been getting better. That's good. And then Karen M. Oops, Karen M. Yeah, maybe this will make this better. 582. Okay. So we're going to start off. Karen Lee sent me an email. And some members of her family have had a really big issue with the mom, Holly, giving birth with all sorts of complications. So the mom, the husband, and the baby. So I've already done a treatment before, and so I'm doing another one now. Knowing that there is one power and one essence, I speak my word for baby Barrett, Mom Holly, and Ryan, Dad. I know that there is one power of love. I also know that there is an I can't even speak the word, inevitability of how things work out in the main scheme of things and that which we do not know. So we go on trust. We go on trust that what we desire, what we want to have happen, will happen and take place. I know that the energy of love from the divine is with baby Barrett, Mom Holly, and Father Ryan. I am asking the force to give strength, awareness, knowledge, and perseverance through all the trials that this has created for them. And it is a relaxing of allowing the essence to work through that the baby Barrett will receive exactly what he needs. Each one of you will receive exactly what you need to feel comfortable and know that the healing that is required will be done. I give thanks in knowing that the peacefulness inside that comes by the awareness that there is a love force, that there is a power that is always working, that there is a resolution quickly and easily to the awareness of what is going to be required as you move ahead. I give thanks in the knowing of this, and I give thanks to Karen Lee and support of love. And so as we all relax and know healing for everyone is occurring right now and on into the future. And so I say, and so it is, as I release this knowing it is true and done. Amen. I spoke to Kayla this afternoon, who is going through after her surgery with her knee. 2 weeks has gone by, but she's been working with her surgery, and which I think was the last Monday that we were on. So when I spoke to her, we talked about patience and persistence. And I got numbers that came up. You know, you pick the numbers, not always the easiest chore. And I know we've had them before. 12, which is acceptance, 21 is balance, and 3 is the love force. Sometimes when we go through a situation, we feel that we should be further down the road than what we are. We feel that nothing's happening quick enough or easy enough or aware enough. I know that we want sometimes just have to breathe and be aware that all will be done. Excuse me for a minute because I do not like this voice like this. Can you just, I'm just going to do something here with my mouth. Doesn't always happen quite away, but I'm going to take these dash things out. Yeah, and I'm sure. I don't know why I get all this music as to the back of my throat. So I'm getting used to them, I guess, and I'm still not properly, and I'm hoping that this will disappear because you don't need to hear that with my voice not correct. And I apologize for removing these little bit of teeth, but I think my voice will come back easier. Anyway, I'm going to give the treatment for Kayla. I know, as Kayla knows, that there is one power and one essence that loves us beyond measure. And that as we align ourselves, no matter what is occurring in our lives, whatever is happening, that we have patience and persistence in our goal, that the end result we are desiring is there, but maybe not on our timetable, maybe on the bigger powers timetable. And in that movement, in that growth, in that moving ahead, what begins to happen is there comes a peace inside and a willingness to be patient and persevere with what you need to have to go through. I give thanks in the knowingness for Kayla that there is an element of just allowing time to be on your side and not to be impatient of time, allowing gentleness, ease, the love of self, and allowing the love from the vibration externally to come in and allow yourself to be all that you can be. It is as I release this, I give my love, my heart, all of it into knowing that patience and persistence is done easily for Kayla. And so I release this by saying, and so it is. Amen. Okay, the next one on the list was Akeisha. Excuse me, I haven't quite cleared this thing yet. 7, 11, and 13. Lower back, hip, and things. But she says it's getting better, and that's what we want, because this is why I say, don't just go, if you come once, fine. But weekly grows. The whole energy, the thought form, which the ball of the thought form grows, consolidates, and you begin to see the results you're looking for. So what we've got here with the 7, 11, and 13 is that there is a letting go of the past. I really think, I still think I've talked about this before, that whatever you're hung on to in your mind and your feelings that have to do with the past, is you need to let that go. Don't drag the past with you. It's like shutting the door. You walk through the door and you shut the door. You let it go. Because there is an excuse me, there is this element of accepting the decision that you're wanting to move forward. So you have to make a decision. Whatever was back there is back there and gone, and you're moving forward into the new. And as you move forward into the new, you will find that everything begins to relax more and more and more. And when we talk about Kayla's going patience and persistence, that's it. More relaxed, more aware, that energy of love, of acceptance, of being able to relax into the power of the whole just taking place in a wonderful, wonderful way. I give thanks in the knowingness that there is an increased ease and that the back, the hip, the pelvis, all of it is just relaxing into ease and grace. And so for this, I say thank you, thank you, thank you as I release this, knowing it is done. Okay, Karen M gives me 3 numbers 582. I know that in the weeks that the growth that you've gone through, the changes that have been made, it's like, what do you do with the knowledge that you have? What do you want to do with it? Yes, there's always more that we can learn and refine and become more specialized, I guess I could say. But looking at the 8 and looking at how I drew it, which I always take a notice of, it's like what you have here in your philosophy, where are you not applying it? I almost want to take, where is it down here somewhere? Oh, yeah. This is my little, see bigger, right? Sometimes I have to use it to get more. Take care of this and take a look and see what aren't you bringing from above into the world? Because that's a decision you need to make, or a choice you need to make at some point, because there's a little imbalance there. But it's like knowing the direction you want to go in. What's the so in other words, maybe what it is what's the goal now? What's the next goal? Where are you heading? Where are you going? What are you going to do? Something is missing here in the philosophy into the absolute material. A philosophy is great, but it needs to be applied into the material. It just shows here there's a little something. And because you've done so much evolving, you just might want to look at that and see, what is that? What am I overlooking? What am I not doing in taking that philosophy and bringing it into the material world? I give thanks in the knowingness as I speak my word here, knowing that there is one power and one essence, that Karen is connected, has an awareness, and just needs to implement it all out in such a wonderful, easy way. And I give thanks in knowing this. I give thanks for all the things that she has already created and done, but also looking at the future, how much more it can actually be. I give thanks by saying, and so it is. Amen. Okay, then we've got Karen B. As we go through our Karens. Hi, Karen. Okay, what have we got here? Those your numbers? No, that's not that. That's got your number. Okay, love and blessings. Did you give me any numbers? I don't see any. Okay. I really like to have some numbers. I really like to be able to. Yeah. Well, she just says love and blessings to everyone. As you put out, you get back, but you need to be also opened to ready to receive that, to receive the love from everybody. So Karen B, sending you all lots of love. Um, she just asked me how was I doing. Well, it's been an interesting 2 weeks. I got these new teeth in, but it's creating a little bit of problem because it's creating a lot of mucus in my mouth and throat, as you heard. I thought I had it cleared till I started to talk. Some eating is difficult sometimes. I think I'm going to be living on just plain little drinks all the time now for a wee while anyway. Other than that, I'm doing great. New computer has a bit of a headache. As you can see, the screen here is much bigger than I'm used to. I have to sort of reorganize my living room a little bit, but trying to clean it up, but it's okay. We're getting there. Yeah, so actually, I'm looking forward to the next little while because, well, I just am because it's all new again. I've been, for those of you that haven't heard, on Christmas Eve, which is a Wednesday, in my Wednesday program, I'm going to tell a story, a Christmas story. I have told many Christmas stories over the years, many years ago. So I'm sort of putting another story together, which I will do on Wednesday, the 23rd, I guess it is. Okay, Maggie, good evening. So good to see you tonight. You are looking love. Thank you. It's the new camera. I can't believe this camera. It's just so there compared to the other one. Karen Lee says, thank you for what you've done. Yeah, I'll hold them in the thoughts for the next few days for sure. Here I go again. I'm just about out of my water. I've really worked hard at trying to clear this. See, I'm not, nobody, I'm definitely not perfect. Oh, a different Karen. Oh, no, just you, Karen Lee was along. Okay. Kayla again. Thank you, Norma. As always, right on the mark. Isn't that nice? Someone says that to you. Then Akeisha, thank you so much. And Karen M, so on point. Thanks. Also, you look so much more clear now. Yeah, wow, it's a beautiful new camera. Beautiful. It's taken me a while to get to figure out this computer, though, I'll tell you. It's very different in lots of ways, not just this beautiful big camera. And Karen Bonnie says, numbers, please, for right middle finger improving. Okay, hang on a minute. So we are going back to Karen. Be great. Just a moment. I'm going to take a breath. Right eye vision. What's about the middle finger? Numbers, please, for right middle finger. Okay, I got it. Right middle finger. I've got all the time in the world and I can't read. And the right eye vision. Okay, and we've got, oh, it really helps when people put some numbers in. I don't care what you pick, but okay. First of all, we've got two elements here. And we've got lots of time because we don't have lots of you this week. I guess it's got to build up again. Middle finger, which you wrote first. The 18 is emotion, fear, anxiety. And this is going to apply to both of the finger and the eye, but I'm going to handle them in two different ways. You have a decision here. You can give into the fear of what may be, or you can decide that that's not going to affect. So let's talk about fear for a moment. We used to say fear is false evidence appearing real. We've all experienced fear. We're all old enough on this to know that fear is there. We get frightened. Our minds are our enemy around fear. Our fear, it freezes us. And because we've had many lifetimes, this is not your first go around, there's a body reaction, which kind of everything blocks. So when we think about the middle finger, you have a decision to make whether you're going to let maybe the prognosis or what you're scared of happening or anything. You're going to have to really, really be sure that you have what am I going to say? A balanced way. Because remember, 21 is about balancing, keeping your life balanced. But here to me, this is all about fear. This is where what if, look how it looks. What if this? What if that? What if it's the maybes and the perhapses that run through the mind? And a lot of that is what doctors and people say to you too. Well, it could do this or it could do that. Well, what you got to know is that you know that the force is there, that what you're wanting to create there will be done. So that goes for the middle finger. Now we go back to the right eye. Same numbers. So let's have a look. Number 2 is a lot about choice. What do I want to do? How do I want to do that? And again, 18 is the emotion and how how we're seeing the world. Now we're going to talk about vision here. How are we seeing the world? And what excuse me, what does the world imply? What is it we're creating here? When we believe that there is a power bigger than, in a way, bigger than us, but it's part that we become part of that love force that loves us unconditionally. It's the unconditional part I find most people don't get. Even myself, sometimes I feel like I forget it because I go into judgment of myself. We are loved unconditionally. So the vision of the right eye, I was going to say, it's almost like needs to be loved unconditionally. Now, I'm a great believer in color at different times. Find out what color the eye would like. I almost get a lilac, not quite a purple, but a lilac color. And let the eye be in, like, it's almost like bathed in this color. Don't make it a light lilac. it's but it's not a purple. It's too dark. Purple's too dark. And allow the eye, tell the eye you appreciate it seeing, so it helps you because it's a part of you. And the job to see and work with the other eye, by the way, this we work to have balance there, brings about the balance that you require. I think you need to really talk personally to that eye and let it know that it's valued and let it know that you need it to see with the other eye. They need to work together. I've done a lot of work with people with eyes over the years, and one of the things I noticed, and I don't know if this elbow will let me bring it up, but I'll do it on the side for sure. But think about it both sides. They bring their hands right up to the side here on both sides and kind of just rebalance them in that sort of physical way. And it seems to work. It's like they've got to be turned on somehow. Because when I look at that 18 in relation to your eye, it's again fear. Yeah, there's still some fear here. But I'm led to the 2 is the decision of the 21 of balance. And you got 2 eyes. They need to know they work together. They're not separate. When I put my glasses on, which I started wearing at 30, they know, okay, we're going to see the world. And they also know that I used to walk around a lot more without them. But it's like knowing the world out there can be seen together equal. And again, wash them with, you don't wash them literally, but take the color that you feel as they require and wash them with it. That's just energy. It's not like you go find the color. You see that color with the eyes and bring those 2 back into balance. So I'm going to just say, as I go into treatment for you, I know whether it's the middle finger or the right eye or any other aspect of you, that it is the knowing that you are loved beyond measure, that everything needs to come into balance and all fear pushed away and evaporated. It's like becoming clear and wonderful and at one with all that there is. And then being able to give thanks and the knowingness that this lovingness goes with you with every which way into your heart, into your blood. That's one thing people forget. The blood, the blood goes through the heart. And that lovingness, again, you can use a color, goes into the blood. So the blood moves easily through your whole body to the very tips of your fingers and the tips of your toes, bottoms of your feet to the top of your head. You are an embodiment of the love vibration, which is available in every which way. So let's do a treatment besides me tripping there. I know there is one power, one essence of lovingness that loves all of us equally and is willing to aid us in whatever it is that we are facing. And therefore, that love can strengthen us, deepen our perception, bring to us whatever it is that needs healing, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, or situational. That love is the answer of letting go the pre-requirements of what you feel the end result is. Letting go of that's sort of letting go of 18. And this goes for anybody and everybody, letting go of the pre-ideas of how it is or what may or may not happen, but just allowing everything to come into peace, balance, and awareness. Anyway, Karen's written afterwards, which I didn't see before. Psoriatic arthritis, yeah, and post-operative cataract surgery, thanks. It's all applied, and it's all in that bundle of just knowing it's all. Now we've got Kayla having knee replacements. Other people that I know are having other things that need. That's one thing they're available. I had I had the teeth out, had the teeth in, all because of the treatments I had previously. Arm still doesn't work right. It's getting better though. It is the knowingness of time. We have a tendency because we work, if I look at my clock, it works digitally every minute it'll turn, right? So we begin to think of the world, we forget that time is actually man-made. Sometimes when it comes to time, it's very fast, moves very fast. And other times the same thing can take very long. And sometimes that's hard to deal with when you've got something to deal with. It's like, oh, this takes forever. But realize that it takes the same amount just if you were looking at it. See, there another second has gone by based on what we see here, but what's happening in here? Time seems longer. Ever been in a car accident? When something happens, I'll never forget the day when I was going down, what would you call that? Anyway, to go onto a ferry across a river, and it was a bit frosty, and I was rushing to get on the ferry. And then I had to turn to get on the ferry. I pushed the brake, and the next thing, I was heading for the woodwork. Do you know how long that took to go from pushing the brake to actually hitting that woodwork? It probably took half a second. In reality, to me, it took 5 seconds. Time. Begin to become aware of what you see as happening fast or happening slow. The reality is, if you were looking at on your phone or watch or whatever, the seconds just tick over the same amount. But inside, when we're dealing with that, it can be like it was with me when I'm looking at this wood coming up to my car. Thank goodness I could drive it. I caught the next ferry. But anyway, it's like it was forever. It was forever. It seemed at least like 2 minutes. It wasn't. It was just a couple of seconds. But time is man-made in a way. And that's why before watches were made, people had no idea of it. They would go by sun's come up, it's noon, it's gone down. That's how they check time. Where's the sun? They didn't think of it in relation to minutes and seconds. It just is. And sometimes when it comes to our health and the well-being of what's going on, we have to also become aware of how much time are we giving that. And are we giving emotionally? We've got a lot of things here that people have incorrectly. Karen Lee's family, Kayla's knee, Acacia's back and hip, Karen's finger and eye, all coming together. And she's been working with her eye for a while. Just know, let go of the fear, let go of the resilience of what's happening, and just know it's all going to be okay. Because you're loved, you're connected, and it will be brought to you. And Karen B says, thank you so much, Norma. Lots of thinking about and practice. Yes, appreciate your help and insistence. I'm glad I kind of got on my little pedestal there. Sorry about that, but I had some time. Anyway, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your, I just can't believe, I really want to thank you for your support and that you're back here now after 2 weeks of total, and that happened so fast. Like that computer crashed on that Sunday. And it's taking me a few days to figure out this one. And then I've been working on getting my story ready for the 23rd, 4th? Yeah, 24th it is actually. Sorry, not 23rd. And anyway, life continues on. I'm sorry that the new teeth, and I found it a few times because I don't talk much unless I get on air, right? That I've had all this mucus happen. So I don't know. It's going to be a problem, I think. We'll see what happens anyway. Anyway, it's Monday night tonight, so we'll be back Wednesday. And I will be back Sunday. And I may, because I'm feeling very good right now, saying I had a rest, is may put another little thing out there Thursday or Friday. The are you aware? So we'll see how we're doing, see what's going on, and I wish you well. Blessings. Know that you are loved, no matter what's happening, mind, emotions, circumstances. Know that you are loved. Lots of blessings. Bye now.